Yes guys, and this is my little dog Sachi. Today I wanted to talk to you about recalls, which otherwise are known as getting your dog to come back when you call it. Obviously for our urban dogs, it's really important for their safety that we have a reliable recall so that when we call them, they come back. If we don't have that, we can't let them off lead, and that restricts what your dog can do. It can't go to dog parks and things and be let off if you can't get it to come back when you need it to. So we just wanted to run through a few basic points today. First one is teaching your dog what come actually means. So it sounds obvious, but we don't want to just be saying the dog's name. We want to attach a command onto that. So with Sachi, I will always start off with any dog, making it really short and simple so they really get the gist of what we're talking about. So our first exercise we want to do today is simply just asking the dog to do a really short little come, and then we'll get harder and harder. So I'm going to take a step backwards, call her, and when she comes, I'll reward her. So I say, Sachi, come. Good girl. Sachi, come. Good girl. Sachi, come. Good girl. So you notice one of the things that I am doing is I'm getting Sachi to sit when she's come. I want my come to have an ending. I don't want a dog that comes past me and scoots straight past and runs away again, because that's not particularly handy. I want to be able to get my hands on my dog at the end of a recall for safety reasons. So I will practice that now when it's really easy first. Sachi, come. If you notice, I don't have to say the word sit. My body encourages her to go into a sit position. All I do is I hold my hands down low. As she gets close, I stand up tall. She looks up and she will naturally go into that sit position for me. Good girl. So when we're starting our recalls, guys, we want everything to be really easy. So we want to set ourselves up to succeed, not to fail. We don't want to teach our dog that there's another option that it can use other than coming. For some dogs, it becomes very, very rewarding for them not to come, because if they're not on a lead, you call them, they chase after something else, and that in effect rewards them for ignoring you by getting what they want. So the first step is having the dog attached to a lead so there's no option for it to not come. The other thing we want to do is have a really low distraction. So you notice here I am in the park and there's nothing much happening. That's actually level 2. So my initial training would start at home with no distraction, doing exactly like what I've just demonstrated now with Sachi up in the park. The next step is for her to start having a little bit more freedom. So I'll wait until she's a little bit busy. I might let her have a sniff of something. Sachi, come. Good girl. And I might make her follow me a little bit further away. Sachi, come. Yes, good girl. So we're just practicing time and time again. So it becomes really easy for Sachi to understand what's required of her. Then I might set up a little bit of a distraction. So because I don't have any other dogs around at the moment, I'm going to use food as a distraction. So I'll pop some food down that Sachi's going to want. Sachi, come. Yes, good girl. And I'll call her away from the food. Sachi, come. Sachi, come. Come. Yes, good girl. You notice there, in that little demonstration, Sachi didn't want to come because she wanted to go and sniff the food. So I used the lead to ensure that she did what was required. And you'll notice I paired that up with what I call a little verbal reprimand. So I said, she wasn't listening. Then as soon as she chose to come, I rewarded her and told her she was. The next level, which is a long line. So in this instance, I've got Sachi attached to about a 5-metre line. What I want to teach her is A, how to stay close to me when she's off lead and not run away. And the other thing is that even if she is away from me, I still have the ultimate control. So this would be the stage that I would move to next after I'd had her on a short lead, would be onto a long lead. So the aim is to start with a general walk around the park and just intermittently calling your dog, not because you need it to come, but just because you're practicing on how to get it to come when you need it to. One of the things we don't want to do is fall into a trap of only calling our dogs when we really need them to come, because often we're setting ourselves up to fail. They're only going to do something that they want to do, and suddenly we start to call them and we're competing with the environment. So we want to set the dog up to succeed. So when I initially am in the park, once again, I've chosen an empty, quiet park, and I've got her on a long lead. I'll walk her around, and just intermittently through that walk, I will practice calling her back. So you can follow me around and see how that goes. girl. Good job. Sachika? Yes, good girl. Good girl. Got a nice little distraction here of the people walking past. Sachika? Yes, good girl. Good girl. Notice I've got a dog which is very engaged. She's obviously had a lot of practice, so I'm using her to demonstrate today, but she obviously has learned all these behaviours before. But this is what happens when you end up working with your dog and making walks about you and your dog, not allowing your dog just to concentrate on the environment when you let them off lead, but staying engaged with them. Sachi, come. Good girl.